morning, friend. It's T, and I am just getting back from the gym. Forgive the crustiness of my appearance. I know I'm at a level 8 out of 10 right now. But despite the crust, I'm feeling pretty wonderful today. My knee pain has improved. Rolling out before my workouts has definitely helped. And I was a little nervous about heading into today's HIIT because I knew with HIIT would be some moderate to high impact movements. But honestly, I felt pretty good throughout the workout. So I have a little bit more work to do to let my knee continue to kind of restore itself to not having any pain whatsoever. And I'm gonna keep on rolling out, keep on taking my collagen peptides. I might even ice it again today because tomorrow is plyometrics day. I'm actually finishing week 5 with plyometrics, whereas typically you start each week of cut with plyometrics. But because I headed into this week already having that knee pain, I knew that it would be more prudent for me to basically front load the workouts that didn't have as much impact in them and put off doing plyometrics as long as I could. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, and I think I'll be all right. And if anything hurts, I'll just not do it. Well, I won't say I won't do it. I'll modify the movement to something that won't be painful. But otherwise, I'm feeling really great today. I think my homemade cold brew, it's definitely been a successful experiment. I've already done a second batch now. I'm on my second batch of homemade cold brew. And yeah, I guess I'm officially a coffee drinker because that is my pre-workout. I had another actual pre-workout that I purchased. It was like a powder one. Fucking disgusting. And I still have quite a bit of it left. I don't know. I might end up just throwing it out because I've had it probably about a year now and I've used it off and on and I still haven't gotten through all of it. The main thing I don't like about drinking coffee is the teeth staining because I already have staining on my teeth from fluoride. I have something called fluorosis, which is basically when fluoride gives your teeth a weird staining, swirling pattern on them. Google it. But anyway, I've had it since I was a kid and my adult teeth started coming in. And, you know, it's something I'm very self-conscious about. Less so now. I feel like oil pulling has definitely improved it. Indeed, my teeth are the whitest that they've ever been right now. And I've been doing oil pulling for like 6 years. So I think that has helped me a lot. But in any event, I'm just back at home. I actually stopped at the grocery store on my way to buy more peanut butter. I got the fresh grind one because it was on sale, but I actually played myself. At Whole Foods now, they have sales that are only for people who are Amazon Prime members, which I am not. I know I'm the last person in the world to not have an Amazon Prime membership, but honestly, I don't feel like I need it. I have a few subscribe and save items that I get from Amazon, but I don't order things that capriciously that I feel like I've needed Prime ever. And everyone I know who does have Prime, they're always just like, oh, I just ordered a single roll of paper towels. I'm so addicted to Amazon Prime. And then every time I hear stories like that, I'm like, but the environment. I don't know, I'm just more than happy to walk my ass over to the store and get something if I need it in a flash. It's not that big a deal to me. And I certainly don't want to succumb to that I don't want to get off my couch because I'm too lazy to buy paper towels type of lifestyle. No tea, no shade if you are an Amazon Prime user and one of these types. Actually, it's all TL shade. Who are we kidding? I'm just explaining why I don't have it, and therefore I played myself trying to buy this peanut butter because the sale was only for people who have Amazon Prime. Still, it's a pretty good deal, and even though I'm not supposed to eat peanut butter, or I'm supposed to be getting off of it, I've decided I'm probably not going to do that because I feel like I've given up so many things in terms of trying to get healthy. I wouldn't consider myself orthorexic or anything like that. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I just try to do my best, you know what I mean? And I don't try to drive myself crazy doing everything perfectly because that's just not realistic. Yes, I know there's issues with mold on peanut crops and yada yada yada, but I think I take pretty good care of myself overall. Let me have this one thing. Let me have one vice. I don't even eat that much peanut butter, but I just prefer the taste of it leaps and bounds much more than I like almond butter. And all other nut butters are pretty much off limits for me because I'm allergic to tree nuts. Cashew butter or whatever, I can't have that. That will give me an anaphylactic shock situation. And this weekend, I'm having movie night with some of my friends. We have this sexual thrillers of the 90s movie club, where we just get together and we watch really trashy 90s sexual thriller movies like Basic Instinct, Single White Female, stuff like that. Those are actually two that we haven't gotten to yet. I think the last one we watched was Jade. I was hosting. Gotta love some David Caruso. Anyway, we're doing one of our movie nights this Saturday, and I want to make, I think, these peanut butter blondies that are a completely, or at least paleo-friendly recipe. I'm by no means eating paleo right now. I'll have the odd sandwich. You know, I eat oatmeal almost every day. I eat quinoa. As far as I know, quinoa isn't paleo. But I would say that for the most part, I eat a paleo-based or paleo-ish diet because I do mostly stick to plants and protein. So I think on Saturday when I make these peanut butter bars, I'll show you guys how I make them. It's not an original recipe. I found it on the internet, but you know, it just might be fun and handy for you guys to see how you can make a treat. They definitely don't taste exactly like a traditional, you know, peanut butter bar or whatever that you would get from a bakery that's made with flour and sugar and all that kind of stuff. But I'd say they're one of the better swaps, because usually when people talk about healthful swaps for things that might not be so great for you, they're like, oh, instead of ice cream, just blend up some frozen bananas. I've tried them all. I've tried all of these healthy swaps, and my response is fuck that and fuck you. For me, it's just not worth it. I would rather hold out until I can just have the real thing. It's not worth it to me to have the low fat or low calorie or whatever version. It's garbage. It's a waste of everyone's time. But this recipe, I find them to be pretty tasty, honestly, even though it's sort of one of these like healthy swap situations. I think it's one of the better ones I've ever tried. And it takes a good amount of peanut butter. I think it's like a full cup. So I filled this thing to capacity, and then I'll still have a little bit left for basically me and the dog, because obviously RayRay loves her some PB too. What's up, guys? Not a lot has happened since this morning when I checked in with you after getting back from the gym. I just kind of was home taking care of business, decided to pop over to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. Just wasn't even worth doing a haul because it was literally like, let me get some kombucha and some bananas. Very boring stuff. But I did also pick up some lunch. Earlier on, I did have my usual oats, or at least what has become my usual oats. I tried yet again to see how adding protein powder to my oats would work. It has never worked out for me in the past. I never like it, and this time was no different. I blame Philium because we had dinner together on Friday night, and Phil was telling me that he will basically make like a mini smoothie, and that's the liquid he uses for his overnight oats. So he'll blend his protein powder with almond milk or whatever, and maybe fruit if he wants, and then he'll use that for his overnight oats. And he was singing the praises of it, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try. So I did that, and no bueno. I was really just forcing it down today, completely messed up the texture. Ugh, it was just no good. So I'm gonna have to continue having my protein powder via smoothie, not with my overnight oats, and never the twain shall meet. So breakfast was a dud, but for lunch I got a sandwich today because I was in the mood, and I have a big workout tomorrow. It's plyometrics day, like I was saying earlier, so I definitely want to make sure I've got some nicely charged up glycogen stores so that my energy is really good. Let me show you guys what I'm having. This is a steak sandwich. I don't eat a ton of red meat, though I do like it, but I know it's not great for your heart and stuff, and yeah, whatever. Tends to be expensive as well. So this is a steak sandwich on a pretzel roll with onion and lettuce, tomato. It was supposed to come with aioli, which is just a bougie word for mayo, and I can barely even look at mayo. There are a few things that are more revolting to me than mayonnaise. Legit, when I'm at the grocery store and I'm walking down the aisle that has the mayo, I have to avert my gaze. It's so gross to me. I don't know how people can eat that shit. More of a mustard gal myself, but this already has some kind of balsamic glaze situation in it, so I was just like, well, I don't need to replace the mayo with anything. It's already got kind of a lubrication, I guess, a sauce involved, so I don't need to add any mustard or anything. So I am going to eat this, and I think I'm going to drink some kombucha and just enjoy my lunch. I just gave little Miss Ray a snack, but she's standing here looking like she wants another.
What's going on, RayRay? Did you enjoy your treat?
Uh-oh, she heard the T word. Now she thinks she's going to get another one. She's like,
What if I sit for it? I'll be good. I'll be good. Why do you always look like you're smiling?
that. Oh my gosh, but I just thought I'd mention that. So it is currently 11, so I am gonna get to eating this. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Researched. So in no way am I trying to bash Thomas DeLauer. I'm simply going to bring up the studies that he mentioned.
Ray and I just got back from the dog park not too long ago, and I told y'all, I think in my second or third not vlog, about how my neighborhood is just going down the turlet. Today was another crazy day. I'm perfectly safe, don't worry about me, but there's like a protest going on. It's a whole thing. It's just another day of craziness. I'm not even gonna get into it. But I came home, we're having dinner. Hers is already down for her because no cooking required. But I made my usual go-to stir fry. Today the protein is ground turkey, because I needed to finish some up because it was about to go off on me. I had a little bit left in a pack. I've got some red potatoes, my cruciferous crunch from Trader Joe's, some bell peppers, some chili peppers, onions, and then I haven't had it with my poached eggs on top in a couple days, so I did 2 poached eggs, and then this is some salsa from this brand. It's a local brand, Mesa Salsa Company in Santa Barbara. Really good. I love this salsa, their medium one, which is green, and then they've got a hot one, which is red. Both are super delicious. Haven't had it in a while, and yet another way that I spice up the same basic meal that I eat every day, which helps me to never get sick of this. So even though the last thing you saw me do was eating, now you're gonna see me eating again. I decided to go relatively low carb for dinner because I did have that sandwich at lunch, so I feel like the carbs from the vegetables and potato in this will be good enough for me, and I should hopefully feel strong tomorrow.
Really was happening in the OC, but I switched back and forth like that. So the Bachelorette apparently sent home that Virgin Man last night, and families of all of the different bachelors, and the 4 left, you know, to check out how they live. I mean, to each his own. Anyway,
Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I'm just here with this one, and I'm drinking my cold brew to have my little pre-workout before the gym. Today is plyo. It's bright and early, so we're still both kind of waking up. Actually, I should speak for myself. Usually when I wake up, she's already up and wagging her tail, aren't you? So I'm just gonna finish up my coffee here, and we're gonna have a little walk. I'll do my oil pulling, and then I will head off to the gym. I don't think I'm gonna film my workout today because I just kind of want to focus on the movements and enjoy my workout as much as I can without having to worry about moving a camera around and being in frame and stuff. So I will see you guys when I get back from the gym. I am back from the gym, and after much rolling out with the foam roller before I started, thank you construction for the noise, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyway, rolling out before my workout has been clutch, and it really helped me out today, even though I still experience some tightness in my left knee, which is the one that was injured in the past. I'll still feel that pulling a rubber band to the point of breaking kind of feeling if I get all the way down ass to grass in a squat, but for the most part I'm definitely feeling better, and I'm feeling well enough to be able to get through my workouts. I didn't modify any movements today except for some kneel to squat jumps, which you guys saw me do. They were already on the struggle bus in the other workout where I showed them. I'll link that not vlog right here, and I feel like I'm just not quite ready for that move. I don't quite have the explosiveness to do it unassisted, so I did that one with a bar today, where I basically just had a bar on the rack in a low position so that when I was kneeling I could hold it comfortably, and I used that to help me jump up into the bottom of the squat position, and it also just took some of the pressure off of that knee when I would land. And for some reason RayRay is down here clawing at my leg, getting all up in my business. See, now she's acting all what are you doing? Get in your donut bed and mind your business. She's lucky she's as cute as she is. Anyway, I'm back, and I wanted to just give you guys a quick little progress shot, I guess, of how my physique is looking. So this is how I am looking after officially completing the first 5 weeks of workouts and cut. I am realizing I'm a bit of a moron. Actually, I already knew I was a bit of a moron, but I'm definitely a moron because before starting, I neglected to take any before shots that I necessarily feel comfortable sharing on the internet. I took some phone shots where I'm wearing just my underwear, and I'm not too keen to put those on YouTube, honestly. I don't know, we may have to just go off of some of the video of me working out as our reference point for my start on this program, but this is how I'm looking now. As you can see, I'm getting definition back in my abs. I think it's coming in rather slowly, but I also know that this is more than likely because I'm eating a lot more carbohydrates than I have for the past several years. I'm letting myself have bread on occasion. I'm having one cheat day or so per week, and I know that with carbs comes increased water retention. I'm not too bothered by it. I do realize I look a little bit more jiggly and flabby than I normally would if I were eating, you know, strict paleo. But there's the side view. I feel like I'm more or less back to my comfortable point where I'm probably not as cut and defined in here as I normally, actually I know I'm not because of the reasons I just outlined with the carbs, but I don't mind that too much. I think overall size wise, I'm just about back down to my normal for when I'm working out, eating well, but not really tracking anything, not killing myself, just living properly. So I'm excited to be back here because this is kind of also where I tend to get stuck. What happens is I frequently will do a challenge and I'll get right about to this point, a fitness challenge. I'll get to this point and then I will go on a trip, I'll go out of town or something, and then I will continue being in vacation mode after I get back, backslide, gain weight, and then have to start all over again and do another challenge. The good news is I'm literally only halfway through this program. I'm exactly at the halfway point. I have no trips planned at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see if I'm able to break on through to the next level of my fat loss, my fitness, and just my overall health with continuing on this program. Because obviously the exercise, I've said this before, diet is 90% of what determines how you look and your overall size. But I do find that being on a structured fitness program like CUT is helpful for me because it just keeps me on track and keeps me accountable. If I have things sort of outlined and more or less set in stone, so to speak, in the gym, it keeps me honest in the other parts of my life, which are the ones that matter more. So I don't know, I guess to some it wouldn't necessarily be good news that we're only halfway through, but I'm excited to see what I can achieve and accomplish in the next 5 weeks. I'm really interested to see if my physique will change significantly, and I'm debating whether I want to start actually tracking macros for the back half to really level up and see if I can get like proper shredded by the end of this. Because I know my abs can get way more shredded than they are right now. That's my layup. That's where I get lean pretty quickly, is my abs and arms. So we'll see if I can get some more definition there and then just slim down my bottom half, which is just oh so stubborn. I'm really excited to see how this all shapes up.
What do you think, RayRay? Do you think I can do it? Do you think I can do it, RayRay?
She doesn't look convinced. You are so shady, RayRay. Anyway, I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'm going to fix some food, refuel. Actually, I don't need to fix food. I have my overnight oats. So I think I'll dig into those in a moment and just get on with my day. How about you fucking focus, you piece of shit? Unreal. Here I am about to do my usual mise en place where I cut up these here peppers and an onion that's chilling back here. And I discover this. What is this? It's gross. Obviously, I'm still going to eat this pepper. I'll have to cut off whatever this growth is. I don't know how I miss it, but I did buy these peppers in a bag of 3, so I guess it was just cleverly concealed when they were stacked on top of each other in the bag. But yeah. Seriously, yuck butts.
They're having sex. Oh, I can tell, I can hear it, yo, they're having sex. And I just know it, I can feel it, yo, they're having sex. And
What up, guys? I'm just sitting here finishing up I guess a mini smoothie. I basically cut all the ingredients in my normal berry smoothie in half because I didn't want the full thing after having my overnight oats. And I actually used half a packet of that dragon fruit. Oh, there goes my phone. Oh, it's just spam. Hold on a second. Let me tell them to fuck off. Ugh, spam. Fucking relentless. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I cut all the ingredients in half, and instead of an acai packet, I used half a packet of that dragon fruit that I got in that grocery haul that I showed you guys. I don't remember how many not vlogs ago that was. But yeah, I mean, I didn't like want a smoothie, but I needed to get some collagen peptides in because I'm still trying to get my knee back in business. And when I came home from the gym, I was really happy because Ghana Goddess, my friend Michelle, she's vlogging this month, and I saw that she had put up a new vlog, and I love her vlogs. I don't know what it is, and even before we met in real life and became friends, I just have always loved her vlogs because she really captures what I was saying and not too long ago to you guys, how I really love vlogs where you just feel like you're spending time with a friend. And I feel like she really captures that, and honestly was a big inspiration in me deciding to vlog myself. And then I also saw that Mark Rebele, who I told you guys about not too long ago, he put up another kind of super cut of his live stream because he's actually moving away from Dallas, which is where he is now. And that's where he has that weekly show he does, and he live streams them all, but those are like 2 to 3 hours long. And I don't really like going back and watching live streams that are over. Like, I'd be happy to watch it if I'm home while he's doing it, but I never seem to be. So I do like watching his stream highlights because it's just, he's just such a maniac, and I love it. RayRay and I are just getting on with our day. Beyond that, nothing too interesting. I do have a date later tonight. This is going to be a second date, not a first. So I think I'll do a little get ready with me when I'm actually getting ready for that. And actually, I had requests, I think more than once, to do a kind of a brand overview or an all one brand face with Charlotte Tilbury because I've been singing the praises of how much I love those products basically since she first launched the brand at Nordstrom. And since that is more or less what I do probably half the time when I'm doing my makeup for real life rather than on camera, is I'll just use all my Charlotte Tilbury products without even thinking about it. I know it's going to look good and not overdone, and it's very idiot proof because I'm an idiot. And best of all, it makes it look like I'm good at makeup when I'm not. So I tend to go for a lot of my Charlotte products, and sometimes accidentally all Charlotte products when I'm doing my makeup, and I think that's what I'll do tonight. So this will be a little bit of a get ready with me one brand thing a bit later, but that's several hours away. Right now we are just doing our usual routine of trying to get shit done while there's construction noise in the garage. So that'll do for now, but if I eat anything else of interest, I guess I'll show it to you guys, but I'm probably just gonna make a stir fry, let's be real, or a salad, equally boring. I know, another stir fry. But look, you guys, every stir fry is different. Every stir fry is a snowflake. No two are the same. And that one was especially delicious. I used yam today. I just cut a few slices off of a yam. And I've been using red potatoes mostly in the past few weeks because I do ever so slightly prefer a good red potato. But I decided to switch it up and get some yams back in the rotation, and paired with that Trader Joe's Cruciferous Crunch, my newest obsession, it was a really nice pairing. I love those two things together, super tasty. Seasonings I kept pretty basic. I just used some Trader Joe's seasoning salt and this 21 seasoning salute, which I've already put a pretty good dent into. I just picked this up as a replacement for the Chef Shake by Spice Hunter that I usually get. I've been out of that for a while, and it was just more convenient for me since I was already at Trader Joe's to pick this up, and it's been a nice substitute. I do try to use organic seasonings whenever I can, just because, you know, it's dried herbs and things, and I feel like it's so concentrated that it's probably more beneficial to use organic stuff, but sometimes you gotta pick your battles. This pair, along with the yam and cruciferous crunch pair, a very tasty lunch indeed. I'm about to start doing my makeup, my all Charlotte Tilbury face, but I'm going to have to do this slightly awkwardly because it is balls hot yet again, and I'm going to need to have my fan on, and that'll just be unbearable noise while I'm doing my makeup. But if I don't have it on, I will be sweating off my makeup faster than I can apply it. So I'll make sure I list all the products in the description box, which I would have done anyway. I always do that. And I'll try to make sure that I also hold everything up to camera, because obviously with my fan going, there's no point talking because it'll be way noisy. But I'm pretty sure everything I'm using is Charlotte Tilbury except my eyeshadow primer, because I don't think she has one to my knowledge. Typically in her 4 eyeshadow quads, she has a prime shade. RayRay, come on. But she doesn't have an actual, you know, cream or liquid eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to be using my NARS because I'm actually using a cream shadow of hers. And then I'm also going to be using false eyelashes that are not by Charlotte Tilbury because she doesn't make those either. Beyond that, I believe everything else I use, I will be able to make sure it is Charlotte Tilbury. So I've already moisturized my face with her Magic Cream. I've mentioned that product before. I love it. It is hideously expensive, and it's also in a jar, but somehow it does seem to be magical because it does make my skin feel really, really nice, and I really like it under makeup. So with all that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go into silent mode and get started. I'm gonna cut my fan on, put on some tunes, and I'm gonna start with my eyes. Even though I'm doing cream shadow, I don't need to start with my eyes because there's no fall down with cream shadow, but it's just habit. So I guess this is my before, and let's plow ahead and get to the after already because I'm looking rough.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. But you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Turned the fan off and my music because I don't want no copyright strikes. But here you guys can more or less see the finished look. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to take my twists out for this date or no. I may just keep this trendy turban on, honestly. After I cut the camera though, let me tell you what I did. I did spritz my face with some Fix Plus because Charlotte Tilbury does not have a setting spray, and I was looking a touch powdery, which happens when you put powder on your face. And I also went over the lip with a gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. I do not know what this color is called because the sticker on the bottom got up and walked away at some point. I have no idea how long it's been gone, but I did get this. Charlotte Tilbury's lip glosses are my least favorite of her products. I feel like they are not worth what they cost. There's not enough product that comes out on the doe foot for at least my size lips. I got a lot of real estate to cover here, and I'm just dipping in so many times every time I use this. Not to mention, there's not that much shine from the gloss. I feel like if I want a gloss, I want a gloss. Nor is there much pigmentation, so I feel like that's 3 strikes right there. So the gloss is not something that I would buy on its own. Mine did come in a kit, so I'm just kind of like, well, whatever. I'll consider it a gift with purchase. Nonetheless, if you are curious, I will figure out what color this is and leave that in the description box with everything else. But this is how we're looking. I have a little bit more time before I need to leave. We're just going to a movie. And I honestly did a more intense look than I probably would have done otherwise. I tend to not try as hard as I probably should getting ready for dates, but I wanted to give you guys a full Charlotte Tilbury face. And I have so many of her products, I could do this a few different ways. For example, for contour and highlight, I used her newer product, the Contour Wand and the Beauty Light Wand, but I also have Film Star Bronze and Glow for a powder option. I just prefer liquid and cream products. I feel like they just mesh into the skin and look super natural, and then I just tend to set everything all over with, you know, a regular powder. It's just what I like to do. It's how I like to do my makeup. But Film Star Bronze and Glow is really, really good. And then for blush, I did use a powder blusher because the cream blush that I have by her is discontinued. It was limited edition. I still love it, but I didn't want to use something that you guys wouldn't be able to pick up if you were interested. Aside from the lashes, the setting spray, and my eyeshadow primer, I think everything was Tilbury. And the brushes, but whatever, I don't have any Charlotte Tilbury brushes. So let me know what you guys think. This is how I like to do my makeup. This is a more dramatic look for me for real life. It's not dramatic for me for on camera. I'm sure it doesn't even really look like I have on fake lashes because the ones I have are a pair I actually got when I was in Japan. I love them. It's a pack of 2. This is my 3rd time wearing this pair from the pack of 2. They're great because once I straighten my lashes with my eyelash curler trick, these are basically the same length as my lashes, so it really just gives me a little bit more volume and gives me more of a cat eye effect because they get just a little bit longer on the very outside, whereas my lashes are so curly, it doesn't look like anything is happening. So it gives me a little bit of a cat eye effect without actually having to do a liner. And in my opinion, they do not look like false eyelashes at all. So that is it. Once it's almost time to leave, I will come back in and show you guys what I ended up doing with my hair and my outfit. Let me show you guys the outfit. Super duper casual, as you can see. I'm very not try hard on dates. I probably should try harder, but I just don't. So these are some old floral pants from a online shop that is now out of business, RIP. Plain black wife beater. I have the front tucked in just a little bit. These pants actually have a drawstring tie, which I do not like. So I've got that tucked in as well. I usually wear these pants with wedges because it just creates a nicer silhouette with the particular cut that they are and my body shape. But today I'm wearing these grandma sandals. These are just some leather slides. These are from Zara. I will link them if they are still available. Similar to my floral mules that I showed you guys in my last lookbook. These are just like wealthy grandma slippers and they are completely not my normal style, but I love them. I think these are actually meant to be somewhat of a dupe to a designer slide that's going around at the moment, but I'm not usually super plugged into trends because it's not my thing, but I just like these, so I picked them up. And then since we are going to a movie, I also have this old cardigan of mine. This was originally from Kmart. It's just a striped cardigan with, I believe these are black or navy stripes. I can't even tell. So yeah, definitely got a power clash with the leopard turban, the floral trouser, and then the stripes, but that's me for you. I'm not sure if you guys are going to see me again tonight or not. I probably will be too busy just getting my makeup off, getting ready for bed and stuff, and I probably won't want to pick up the camera. So in the very likely event that I don't see you guys again, thank you so much for watching this not vlog, and I will see you guys in the next not vlog. Bye bye.
That's some nappy-headed hose there, I'm gonna tell you that now.